Hello football managers, welcome to another my video and another totally different tips and tricks for your successful play of the game called Top 11. So welcome to another, so to say, episode of this game, because I have a lot more videos about this game for you with totally different tips and tricks for you. And for this video I prepared to tell you all tips and tricks about skills, player skills and player styles. I'm talking about this. I'm talking about just to see on. So here we are. All skills. What is best skills for each position in your team, for each player, and player styles. Here we are. These play styles. I will tell you all tips and tricks about play styles. So what are best play styles for each of your player, defender, center, and everything else, and also I will tell you what is best skills for taking corners, to put player to take corners, free kicks and penalties. Okay, before we start with video and all these tips and tricks, let's hear the word from the sponsor and their newest campaign for this game. Okay, gamers, before we start with video, I want to let you know about new thing called Game Center and what are new campaign and giveaways in the Huawei AppGallery and in game Top 11. It's easy to join their campaign and giveaways from anywhere in the world. If you don't have Huawei device, then you just download Huawei AppGallery on any Android device in the official link in description of this my video. And then when you make account in Huawei AppGallery, you just must set country region to Italy or Netherlands so you could join the campaign and discounts. Also, all these offers works if you play game on some mobile phone emulators on your computer. So in Huawei AppGallery there is often campaigns and giveaways, and at the moment you can check these offers. So as you can see, you can claim one coupon that will give you 40% off if you make purchases over 9 euros. Then there is second offer that you can get up to 30 coupons with 10% off daily coupons for purchases over 45 euros. Also, you can check these 4 coupons that will give you 50% off coupons for your purchases. And all those coupons are also on many other games, also only in Huawei AppGallery. Also join us in Huawei AppGallery Discord group to see and participate in future giveaways, bonus codes in game and surprises. And in that our Discord group you can also get support and help for your purchases in game in Huawei AppGallery, and you can ask for more explanation for how works AppGallery, Game Center and VIP program. Link of that our Discord group you can find in pinned comment and in description of my video. So new interesting thing in Huawei AppGallery is called Game Center. Let me explain how it works. As you can see explanation, you can pause video to read it more easily. So point is to apply to loyalty program in Game Center, and so when you spend money in game, you will get in loyalty rewards and eventually in VIP club, and so get a lot of benefits, coupons and discounts. Here another explanation of it, so please just pause video to read it more easily. So as you can see, there are 9 levels of loyalty rewards and get many benefits from them, and when you spend $10 you will be already level 3 in loyalty rewards. And as you can see, there are VIP program with 3 levels depending how much money you spent in loyalty program. Please, for more information on VIP program and Game Center, join us in our Discord group, and link of that our Discord group you can find in the pinned comment and in description of my video. So type Game Center in search in Huawei AppGallery and then install Game Center. After you install Game Center, you will have new icon on your phone, and then go to the Game Center and apply to loyalty reward program, and there you can also find all these informations, loyalty rewards, coupons you earned, as you can see in this picture. Here short video of how to download and install Huawei AppGallery, and also check description on my video for more informations. So you can download the Huawei AppGallery from the official link in description of my video, and then when you make account you just must set country region to Italy or Netherlands so that you can join the campaign. Then go to the promotion and click on Top 11 and download game. Thank you for listening, and thanks Huawei for all these nice offers and campaigns. Enjoy the video, gamers. So mates, let's get started. So for example, we will go, everything here is ready. We will go from skills. two most important to tell you about skills. Well, skills in this game are the most important, so everything is about skills, and so to say special abilities like this. Let's just go in here. Like this special ability is not so important in game, and maybe I will disappoint you, but later I will explain you about style thing, but skills in this game is the most important. And so I will tell you all what is best skills for each player for each position. So we will go for, of course, goalkeeper. As you can see, for example, let's go to skills. As you can see, the game showed you the best skills for that player. When you see white, this is white area, so to say. But there are some skills for each player position that is better, and some skills are not so important. So I will now explain you for each player position. So for example, from my experience, I'm playing this game over 5 years. So from my experience, for goalkeeper, most important skills, so when you want to buy player on auctions, for example, or transfer, to buy best skills for goalkeeping is reflexes, agility, anticipation, and rushing out, for example, and aerial reach. And concentration is also useful to have, very nice, but not so important. But skills you don't need at all, for example, is throwing, kicking and punching, and communication is okay, solid, but most important is this for reflexes, agility, anticipation, rushing out, so to he go outside his goal to stop attacker. So aerial reach, for example, all these skills is not so important, and fitness is also not so important because goalkeeper is not get tired in match so much, so to say, not so much. And of course creativity is not so at all, is not needed. Speed is not so important. Aggression is very important, so to say, but it's okay. Strength, of course, but only these four and these two is most important when you should look to have more percent when you buy that player. Okay, we're going fast to the defenders. Well, we're going to defenders left and right. Well, for defenders left and right, of course, we have again white area that show you what are best skills. And for example, tackling, everything else is very good for this. Everything that is white is needed for defender left, except everything for defender left that is white is needed, except that heading is also very useful to have very big heading for players that is defender left and right. And strength, of course, is very good to have very good percent, very big percent, so to say, for defenders left and right. And everything else like shooting, finishing, dribbling and passing, he will not much use in this game because he will be defending all the time. And creativity, of course, is not important. Then we're going to defender center. Defender center is the most important. Again, everything that is white is most important. Also, I want to tell you that this bravery is very important, to have very big bravery. So don't think that just tackling and marking and positioning is only important. Bravery is also very important, so he starts and slide on opponent players very often, so to have very big bravery. And also speed is very useful to have very big, so to say, to catch forward players, to not they get away from him very fast. So it is very strange why speed is not in white area, but speed is also very important, but don't need very big, so to say, not very big speed you don't need for him, because he will be ready already at the goal and stop the attacker. Of course, aggression is very important. Strength, you don't need so much to have strength big, but aggression is very important because, again, like bravery, so bravery and aggression will surely try to more often and more successfully, so to say, tackle and take players, so to say, go. He will more often go to take ball from attackers. Okay, that is for defender center. Now we go to the midfielders left and right. So for midfielders left and right, everything is again that is white is important. So everything that is white is important, but also it is important, I must say, shooting and finishing, because they can very often go to the near to the goal, and they can often score goals also, midfielders and midfielders right. So it is very nice to have shooting and finishing also very bigger percent, but not so necessary like these three, for example, that is white area that is marked by game. Okay, aggression is not so important, straighting is not as important, but fitness is also very important for these player roles, midfielders left and right. I'm talking about this, midfielders left and right. And for midfield center is very interesting thing, because those players are very often active in defender part and in the attacking part. So midfielder center, they are very often in defending your team against opponent and in attacking, making chances for score goals for your team, like pass balls to the attacking player. So it is very important, like everything white area is described. So it is very important to midfield center have very big tackling, marking, positioning, bravery, shooting, of course, dribbling, everything. Speed is not so important. Creativity is very important, for of course, for midfield center. Then fitness, of course, is very important. Shooting is also very important, so he can, of course, shoot, score goals from long distance. And crossing is solid, but he will not much use like midfielders and left and right. And finishing also, it will be useful to have, because he will be also, as I said, in taking also chances in attacks on opponent team. Okay, that is for midfield center. That is most important. Strength is not important. Aggression, for all players, aggression and bravery is everything very important. But for this, okay, it is solid. You can go without aggression so much, but okay. Let's go to the now attacking players. Now attacking players, the most important skills are, here we are. So for attacking midfielders left and right, there are most important skills that is white. Here we are, that is white, most important skills. But most important skills for him is also shooting and finishing. So just make sure to attacking midfielders left and right have shooting and finishing very high. It is the most important skills for them. So dribbling and passing, like crossing, is also important, but shooting and finishing is most important, because for some reason in this game, attacking midfielders that is only left and right score the most goals in your teams. That is think how this game works. So also it is okay to have speed. Creativity is not so important, and of course, like for every player, bravery and aggression is very important to have very big, so to be very high, very aggressive and score goals, to not give up to score goals. Fitness is also important. Straight is not so straight is also good, and everything tackling, marking, tackling and marking is not important at all for this player. But positioning and heading is also very useful to this player here, very big, so to say, because he will be in chances to score goals very often. Okay, so that is for attacking midfielders left and right. So attacking midfielders left and right. We're going to the now attacking midfield center. Now attacking midfielder center is a little different than attacking midfielders left and right, but because he is in center, but for some reason it is put white like this, shooting, finishing, heading, everything that is white is also important, but for attacking midfield center it is very important also positioning to have very big, because of course to keep position when to score goals and everything else, to be in right position. And strength is also very important, and speed is very important. Creativity is okay. In this game creativity is not so very much important as I seen for every player, but it is very useful of course to have very good, so to say, creativity. But tackling and marking is not important for this game for this player at all. Strength of course it will be useful, because he will strength in this game means that he will more be stronger against opponent defenders or attacking players or everything else. So it is okay to have very big strength also. So don't worry if you have some players that just have low strength and aggression and bravery, like this player mine. Then it is, but he have shooting and finishing very high. It is still good time to you buy better players to replace him, because bravery and aggression is very important in this game for each player, because he will, with bravery and aggression, he will more be active and more, so to say, want to score goals, or more to prevent attacking players of opponent team if you have bravery and aggression, of course. So just make sure, if you have good skills, shooting, finishing, dribbling and passing, but have very low bravery and aggression of your players, then it is time to replace that player, even if you have shooting and finishing very high, because as I said, bravery and aggression is very important. Okay, we're going to the last player role in this game, that is forward players. Here we are. Skills for him. So skills for him is, of course, most important, that is white. White is most important, but of course bravery and aggression. Crossing is not important for attacking players, like this red attacking players, forward players, because he will not so much center the ball to crossing the ball to other players so much, because he will be very close to the goal, but he usually return the ball, so I don't much like him to have this role in my team. I like to use attacking midfield center. From my experience, attacking midfield center is a little better than this role, direct forward player, so to say. And of course, positioning and heading is very important for him, for this role, because he will be, as I said, very close to the goal, so he will need to score goal with heading very often, and finishing will be needed when he is very close to the goal. So heading is one of the most important, shooting and finishing is one of the most important for him. Dribbling and passing is not so much important for these players, so don't focus on him, and positioning is also very important, so to say. Of course, tackling and marking is not important at all for him, because he will not participate too much in defending you against your opponent player team. So to say, strength is also very important, so to he be very strong against other defenders of opponent players. Fitness is also okay to he have, but it is not so important. Okay, that is for skills for each player. I hope so I didn't too much confuse you. Sorry for a little too much faster talking, because it is very important to I tell you for each player. And we now go to the what is most important for to say I'm talking corners, free kicks and penalties. So for penalties, for corners, the most important is crossing. Now let me show you, for example, my best player. Here we here we are. So for crossing for taking corners, always assign players that have crossing much the highest in your team. So always assign players that have crossing very high. He will be very good in corners. So make sure to assign players that have crossing to corners, that have the highest skill in your team. It doesn't matter if it is defender or midfielders. If you have highest crossing in your whole team, just put him to take corners, because crossing is the only skill that is most important for taking good corners. And also for corners, it is now let me show you for corners. Of course, for corners is also very useful to have skills, special ability skills, corner specialties. Here we are, corner specialist, so to say, because if he have corner specialties, he will be better in taking corners, but I didn't see much difference. So if you have some player that have corners ability, here are these corner specialties, but he doesn't have these skills crossing very big, then I don't advise you to put him to take corners, because special ability corner specialties is not so important in this game, so to say. Because, and also in taking corners, if you don't have corner specialties, you can just choose to take corners player that have, if you have player that have biggest crossing, that you can take this playmaker to put him to take corners, because as I seen, playmaker also take corners very good, but you must also must have crossing also very big. And we're going to the next tip for you for free kicks, one of the most important tip for you, most important role in game, that is free kicks. And for free kicks, most important is shooting. Here we are, only shooting skills is needed for to have very good and score goals from free kicks. So always try to have one player that have shooting very, very big, because that way he will very easily score goals and be very, very effective to score goals from very, very big distance. And also it is useful for free kick to have that player specialties. Here we are, free kick specialties to have also, but it is not so important. Just make sure you put player that have shooting the biggest, that have biggest skill in your team. Put him in taking free kicks that have shooting the biggest. Don't bother if some of your players have free kick specialties disability but doesn't have big shooting, because skills in this game is very, very important and most important, so to say. So always put players to have shooting in free kicks, of course. And so to say, free kick specialties like something like bonus to hear little better score the goal. Only free kick specialties is good for free kicks, not any other special ability is good. Okay, we're going to the next tip for penalties. For penalties, let's get back here again. For penalties, the most important they score goals in penalties, the most important skill is finishing. Of course, finishing is the most important, because finishing skills is one-on-one with goalkeeper. So finishing is the most important, to put your player that have most finishing skill, highest highest finishing skill. Put him to take penalties, and you will be very fine, so to say. But I must say, if you have some players like this, I have defender center that have special ability penalty kick specialties. It is very useful to have like bonus to have penalty special kick players, but I don't use him for penalty kick specialties, because his finishing, as you can see, his finishing is very, very low. because of course he is defender and he doesn't need finishing. So I don't use him even if he have special ability, penalty kick, specialties, because he doesn't have big finishing. So it is a lot better to use other players like this player that have a lot more finishing, even if it doesn't have special abilities, penalty kick, specialties. Okay, that is it for special abilities and penalty and player skills. And now I tell you what I'm talking about on information. We're going to the formation. I'm talking about this. So always put in free kicks your best players that have, of course, shooting. So this is my best player. Here we are. Best player that have shooting highest, finishing he have highest in my team, and crossing he have highest in my team. So put those players here. I'm talking about all these tips for you, that free kick here, free kick left and right. It doesn't matter what leg he most use. Just put him in both free kicks, and also put if he have shooting very big, and if he have corners, crossing very big skill, then put him to corners. If he have finishing very big skills in your players that have more skills like shooting, put them here, while finishing most players put them here, and for corners, crossing, that player that have biggest crossing in your team, put them to take corners. Okay, that would be it. I took this video, so I didn't have time to talk about style about this game. So I will just do not make it too long this video. This is all tips for you. Sorry for little being speed up, so to say, because I wanted to not make it too long this video, but all these skills are very important to I explain you for each role in this game. So also what I want to tell you, just put in captain, put your best player. It doesn't matter which player it will be, just put your strongest player. But from my experience, I advise you to put either attacking midfielders left or attacking midfielders right to be your captain, because they often will score over 3 goals, because attacking midfielders left and right score most goals in this game. So they will often have score over 3 goals in match and have this player on fire. Morale, that is highest morale in game. Here we are on player on fire. It is biggest morale, only available when he scores goals or gets stars in game or some special ability. He will have for some time this on fire morale. So just make sure to put, I like most from my experience, attacking midfielders and attacking midfielders right. That is more better to be my captain, because he will very often have this morale. And from my experience, when he have that morale, when captain have big morale, I think whole your team play a little better, so to say. So always make sure your captain have very big morale in your team, of course. So all other you can assign, if you don't have very good player attacking midfielders left or right, you can assign other players but to be your captain. But I really advise you to have very always for each time, for each season, to in game, to have very good attacking midfielders left and right players, so to say, to score goals. Okay, that would be it for this video. I took long this video. Sorry for not explain you styles, because it will be a lot longer video if I explain you style. So that will be it for this video. Check that offer from Huawei. Maybe it will be interesting for you. And I check my other videos of this very interesting made game, one of the best football manager games, very old, from country Serbia, so to say. And check that offer from Huawei. Check my other videos of this game. I have in each of my videos it is totally different tips and tricks. And if you have any questions, if you didn't understood something, just ask me as comments and I will try to help you. Okay, that would be it for this video. I really hope so this video was very useful and helpful for you somehow, and see you next next videos. Bye!